Okay, so the first issue that I would like to address is that abortion, people think of people that are pro-life as religious fanatics or something. And abortion doesn't really have anything to do with religion. It's more a matter of ethics, you know? Like, it's murder. You're killing somebody. And also, as far as women having a choice, I respect that, and I also believe that women, you know, should have a choice in if they want to keep the baby or not. But in an abortion situation, the child gets no choice. So you're not taking that into account. You're not taking everybody's choice into account, although the child may not be old enough. Also, on my opponent's statement that abortion is going down from 1.6 million as its all-time high to 1.2 million, there's still like 1 million abortions happening a year, and that's, you know, 1 million deaths. That's not a significant enough number for it to really matter. Also, as she said before about if a mother has like AIDS or some sort of disease that would be carried on into the baby, and she doesn't want the baby to experience that, that's a viable reason, but only, I believe the statistic was like 3% of abortions have anything to do with disease, and 93% are still social reasons, like, say, the father leaving or something like that. Another issue that my opponents brought up were that doctors do not allow abortions unless they're completely necessary because for health reasons or something like that. And I've spoken to a girl who got an abortion, and she said she just told the doctor that she wasn't ready to have a baby, and he signed the papers and okayed it. And that also brings me to the point of that the doctors are supposed to protect a human's life or their health. And when you say protect a human's life, does this mean their life, like, you know, the fact that they're living or dead, or just their standard of living? Having a baby, it can, depending on the woman, end up taking her life or the baby's, but a lot of the time it would just affect their standard of living. It would affect their money flow or their comfortability or the convenience of their life. I would also like to say that if you are a woman and you want an abortion, then you're obviously not ready for pregnancy yet. And if abortion is illegal, hopefully the practice of safe sex and sexual education will increase, and people will be smarter about not getting pregnant if they're going to engage in like promiscuous sex or something. As far as the parental consent issue goes, if your 16-year-old daughter is pregnant and she comes to you telling you this, most likely you're going to say, well, you're getting an abortion. You're 16, you know. So even if the parents, if parents need, or if the girl needs parental consent or not, oftentimes they're probably going to get the abortion that they desire. And the fetus is a living thing. It may not be conscious, but it's living. And an example of this, or like, you know, something to do with it, is that if someone is in a coma, they're living. They may be a vegetable, but they're living. You can't just decide to terminate them because it's inconvenient for them to be alive. And I thought the story that my opponent said about how there was a woman who went all the way out of state to get an abortion because she was pro-life, but she still needed an abortion, was interesting. This means that people are being made to compromise their own morals, and they're forced to go into underground or situations to get abortions, and they have to keep it in hiding from their families. If made illegal, hopefully this would stop, and people would just not get pregnant in the first place. They would just use prophylactics and stuff. And also the comments about how if abortions are made illegal, there will be a lot of illegal abortions, and how much pain that this caused during the early 20th century. Yes.
I got to cut you off here. It's 4:45.